Alright, this is an exciting week. We have a lot to talk about, which is, kind of common in these news videos, pretty much like every single week, right? We have new MMORPGs, we have new MMO announcements, we have new MMO launches. I hope you guys are ready for this. We have quite a bit to talk about in this week's weekly bite of MMORPG news. Although while I have your guys' attention, I do want to go ahead here real quick and preface this with two different things. So last month, I published our brand new free-to-play MMORPGs page on the official MMOByte website. It lists hundreds of different free-to-play MMOs with tons of info on each game. I would love to hear your guys' opinions and feedback on the page. It's taken me weeks to fill up so far and I'm still far from being done. Second, we're going to be streaming some Guild Wars 2 in a few hours over on our Twitch channel. If you want to go ahead, come and join us and become a part of the next video. We stream every Tuesday, every Saturday, and Sunday at 3 p.m. EST on twitch.tv/MMOByte. Otherwise, we have plenty of news to talk about, so let's go right ahead and jump into this week's weekly bite of MMORPG news. Alright, let's start this off with Gran Saga first. NPixel, the developers behind the game, announced earlier this week that the game would be entering their first stage of closed beta testing with the pre-registration open between September 9th through September 20th, 2020. I actually have a guide for how to pre-register on the MMOByte website for those of you that are interested in applying. I also did a dedicated video on this specifically. You can check either of those out for instructions on how to pre-register. NPixel have confirmed that they are looking to release Gran Saga next year, with them further going on and confirmed that they're looking to launch globally towards the end of 2021 and at the latest the beginning of 2022. Whether we should or shouldn't be excited for the upcoming MMO will be dependent on how the gameplay looks after their closed beta, as I don't see any mention of an NDA in place, meaning that we should see official gameplay hitting the internet shortly after. I have been keeping my eye on Corepunk all year. It is an isometric MMO that I think deserves some time and attention, as I believe it is going to be a sleeper hit when it releases. And little by little, that is becoming a reality. Last week, Artificial Core, the developers behind the game, elaborated on a few different things. The change in questing interface and structure, options while talking to NPCs, taking and completing quests, and most importantly, they went ahead and reaffirmed their December closed beta test. Yeah, if you weren't already aware, then the MMO is going into closed beta testing during December 2020, with hopes to get the game into a playable and polished state before it releases next year if everything falls into place. Yeah, this is a thing that is actually happening. After the success, or rather the failure, that ArcheAge Unchained had, it turns out that XL Games and Kakao are working towards releasing a brand new ArcheAge MMORPG, ArcheAge II. Very little is known about the game right now, however it has been confirmed to be retaining its sandbox elements, a feature that I know a lot of players would be highly disappointed in if they were to remove them. The game is also being developed using Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, no Unreal Engine 3, no Unreal Engine 4 even, Unreal Engine 5. This definitely means that the game is a ways off, unfortunately, for players that wanted to go ahead and try it out sometime in the immediate future. This is their attempt at making an MMO that is somewhat of an amalgamation of WoW and Lineage, according to Jake Song, the CEO of the new ArcheAge II development division. Kakao and XL Games revealed that this is going to be the largest next-generation AAA MMORPG, but when the MMORPG launches, might provide quite a bit more competition than they envision right now. Yeah, so here is an MMO that I bet you guys have not heard about. The Herb. Yeah. Laugh at the name all you want, I got a chuckle out of it as well. The game is being touted as a classical MMORPG combined with innovations where adventures await behind every corner. The Herb is set on an alien planet where extremely rare and valuable herbs grow. Yeah, this is the title of the game. You take on the role of a member of a secret organization whose quest is to save the inhabitants of the planet. The upcoming MMO has a large focus on both PvE and PvP. It has a functional guild system, pets, mounts, and, well, honestly, I'm a little concerned as when you have to tell people that the redeeming features of your game are functional guilds and mounts. It's likely a sign for the worse. Honestly, the game doesn't look bad. I'm just uncertain of whether or not it's actually going to be good. Black Desert just had a brand new class added into the game, the Hashishin. I had the opportunity to take the class for a test run, and I'll admit it was a lot of fun. Definitely not as fun as the Guardian, but more fun than various other classes that I've attempted over my years in the game. Additionally, the update that brings with it the brand new Odalita region is on the horizon for players that are interested in new areas to explore and new content to conquer. The new Population Zero MMORPG has hit single-digit player numbers as of September 2020, a far cry from what they were no doubt expecting. There are a number of reasons for this, but that's not what this segment's about. The developers behind Population Zero went on to reveal that while the game is still currently in early access, they don't really have any type of roadmap, nor do they have any real direction for the game, with updates coming when and if they can, which is very disconcerting news to hear, especially from an MMO that charged players to play it. Whether they can turn this around and salvage the game remains to be seen, but this is definitely not worth the price tag that is currently attached. So, I participated in the New World preview event that went on last week and have my thoughts up in video form for anyone that's interested. Suffice it to say though, I found that the game definitely needed a lot of work, but ultimately it was not a bad title. It wasn't a very good MMO, for sure, but as an adventure game, as a PvP game, as a survival game, it wasn't bad. Now, one of the things that made it feel less like an MMO to me was the fact that there was just nothing really to do. Amazon have confirmed that they've realized that there's a lack of content, and they're actually in the process of developing more mid and end game content along with various different features that are just fun, providing more overall content for players to actually do, hopefully together cooperatively, as cooperative play right now really wasn't necessary. They also confirmed that they're working on adding more game modes, more landmass, AI variety, additional weapon types, quest variety, and more. Now, they have over half a year to successfully implement all of these changes, things that are necessary for the success of the upcoming MMO. Will they manage to pull this off, or will it end up going the graveyard route like their last attempted game? They have a brand new testing phase coming in November for players that are interested. They haven't shared anything further pertaining to what specifically that entails, but you guys know I will keep you all updated when they do. Nexon announced last week that they were working on 2 brand new upcoming games, one of which happens to be an MMORPG. They confirmed that this, much like ArcheAge II, is going to be a AAA class masterpiece that can satisfy users in all aspects such as content and visuals. They released a little information concerning the game, such as the fact that it's going to be set in a medieval fantasy setting, which is, well, I mean, Nexon are obsessed with medieval fantasy settings, so this is nothing new. It'll have magic, a seamless open world without loading screens, and it's going to be cross-platform compatible between both PC and mobile devices. NCSoft have confirmed the official title for Project TL, TL Origin, and you know what? They also confirmed that TL Origin is not going to be launching this year, but they're expecting to release in 2021 if their closed beta, which will in fact be happening this year, goes over smoothly. TL Origin was originally being built as a competitor to Lost Ark, but has undergone a plethora of changes over the years, with NCSoft confirming that the game is now being built for a global audience in mind as opposed to the South Korean player base. This is the first time they've actually done this, and honestly, I hope that it pays off, as this is a step in the right direction. Additionally, they also went on to confirm that they're looking to launch TL Origin onto the PS4 next year as well, something that I guarantee you're all excited for. I have a much more in-depth, much more detailed Genshin Impact video coming next week, because let's be real, there's a lot to talk about ahead of its release later this month. But not long ago, they went ahead and released a brand new trailer for the game. It was, what, like 12 or 13 minutes long, and went on to detail several new characters, current characters, expand on the story. I mean, heck, it showed things that both MRSSTIX and I don't recall seeing when she played through it. Not only that, but they've also expanded the rewards obtained for various activities before the game launches. There are pre-registration rewards for hitting the 3 million milestone, but they also went ahead and listed additional rewards such as top-up bonuses, event-exclusive characters, gliders, weapons, and more. Remember, Genshin Impact is going to be launching on September 28, 2020 on PC, mobile, and PS4. That is just 16 days from now. If you haven't yet, make sure you go ahead and pre-register. Like Genshin Impact, I have a much more detailed video coming on Zenith. You can probably find it right now if you actually navigate on over to the channel videos page and take a look through the playlists. It's probably uploaded and set as unlisted right now. Zenith, though, just opened their Steam page ahead of their upcoming alpha. To accompany this announcement, this reveal, the developers behind the game went ahead and included a brand new trailer showcasing various aspects of the game that you can look forward to. We get a glimpse of much more of the world than ever before. We get shown some skills, the combat, but that's just part of what we have to look forward to, as it was confirmed that there is significantly more to do in the alpha, promising new environments, new classes, and most importantly, new enemy mechanics, as currently enemies are a little bit basic. Zenith is the very first VR MMO that I have ever covered, and is probably the only VR MMO that I think is really worth taking the time to invest time and research into, as it's probably the only good functional looking title on the horizon. Craftopia is a cute new multiplayer survival action game made in Japan, which means that you could bet we're not only going to be streaming this, but also recording it. Because, well, you know, we love Japanese games, and it has a very positive review on Steam, which is very reassuring considering we've been told by literally everyone to go ahead and take a look at it. The game just launched into early access and is available right now via Steam for $25. MRSSTIX and I should have something up on this soon, but until then, if you want to, I urge you to go ahead and try it out. Worst case scenario, you go ahead and refund it. Finally, we got some good news for Japanese Lost Ark players. Game On announced earlier this week that they will be officially launching Lost Ark in Japan on the 23rd of September. With the Japanese iteration out of the way, all we have left to wait for is Amazon to announce when they plan on releasing the game globally next year. And that's it. That is all of the MMO related news that I've been made aware of over the course of the last 2 weeks. If you think there's anything I missed, and go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below, or message me via Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or Discord. Make sure to go ahead and include that link, and if applicable, I will go ahead and include it in the next weekly bite of MMORPG news video. Anyway guys, that is it from me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna